can testify to this because this man, we've been chatting, but he now sent me a voice note in the process of our conversation. And the first voice note I had, I was just laughing. I was like, why is this guy? And you know the funny thing, he wasn't even trying to be funny. He wasn't trying to be funny. He was just making his points known. But the point he was trying to make was so funny. So I'm a testimony to experiencing his comical humor and mic dexterity. Yes, I'm speaking English. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me in the studio somebody who has a wide range, or has dealt with a wide range of people, from clients to intimate gatherings, grand scale events, and he just has a way of bringing humor and glamour to events. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me MC Jesse CFR, aka Gamfo Jesse.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi Deborah.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Giving Gen Z.
Hi guys. I'm not Gen Z.
I know. I mean, you're greeting your Gen Z people now.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
It's nice to be in the studio with you, Deborah. And the topic is really an interesting one.
Interesting.
When I read the topic, I was like, oh, nice.
Oh wow.
As someone that is in the field, we've done traditional weddings, we've done white weddings, we've had a situation whereby we have the traditional and the white going on. In my humble opinion, there is nothing wrong if you choose to get married in any kind of way.
Okay.
But I feel you should not inconvenience yourself in trying to prove a point to the society. That is just it. Traditional wedding, in my opinion, is, let me say, I don't want to say one is superior, but I think if it is preference, it is choice. And if you have the means to do it. But once you have paid bride price, you are married, you can go and be making babies. Because before they introduced the white wedding, where our forefathers were getting married, my parents, they got married now. My father paid bride price. In fact, in my own culture, it's even weird. If you want to get married in my culture, you find a girl you like in the village, you just take her and you kidnap her, so to say. That is it. In my own village, you just take her and
what village
you
is
go
that?
and hide.
I can tell my guests to run.
You go and hide.
To avoid you people.
Then after few days, you now send your family people to the parents of the girl that you have, ran away with. They will now go and tell her that the daughter you're looking for is with us, so it's our son that did this and did that. So how do we go about it? That is where the negotiation of the marriage will now start. I'm talking from that is what my father told me. That's how I got married to my mom. So then there was nothing like we are going to church for blessings. But now, we are in a civilized society. A lot has evolved. We've seen traditions that we have adopted into our own lifestyle, and people are beginning to say, okay, after my traditional wedding, let's go to church for blessings. Your choice.
For blessings.
Yeah.
So why is it that the father and the mother blessings not enough?
It's enough now. That's what I'm saying. Like it is enough. The traditional wedding is the wedding itself. The church wedding is because we want to do
show
it.
Off.
No, it's not show off. I will not say it is show off.
Yeah,
it's based on belief. It's based on belief. I will not want to say, if some people believe so much that if we get married in the presence of a priest, in the presence of our church members and everything, that is people are different. After all, I've done traditional weddings where we move from wedding, the traditional part from there straight to reception, and after party, and we went home. Meanwhile, we've gone to weddings whereby they did court wedding. After court wedding, they went to church and we went to reception. And I've also done wedding whereby on Thursday they do traditional wedding, on Friday they do court wedding, on Sunday they do church wedding, they do reception, they do after party.
It is well. I want to even say, away from sentiments, right? For you, which would you rather? If you were to pick one, away from traditional wedding is the bride price. If you were to pick away from sentiments, in terms of fun, the excitement, in terms of what feels real to you. Before you answer that question, let me quickly take a caller. Oh, looks like I lost that call. Please, the number to calling on 0705-993-6937 or 0705-993-7937. I still have with me MC Jesse in the house, comical MC extraordinaire that does all sorts of events, from corporate gatherings to weddings and stuff. So if you have thoughts and questions, please do want to call in. Let's take a caller. Hello? Hi, please turn off your radio. Please turn off your radio. Hello? Alright, I'll have to lose that call. The number to call is 0705-993-7937. Please do well to share your thoughts by calling in. And make sure, please, you turn off your radio so that we don't spend the extra 1 or 2 seconds trying to fix this line. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, thanks for calling.
Good evening. Patrick is calling from Okota.
Good to have you, Patrick.
Yes. I've been listening to your program,
Okay.
and the problem we have in this part of the world is we try to put preference on the foreign religion that was brought to us by our colonial masters.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think African traditional wedding is supposed to be more superior than any other one, because our forefathers did that, and they did very well with no hindrances here and there. But today you see people who go to church, they do wedding, and yet marriages are breaking away almost on daily basis, not minding that it was led by a priest or a pope or whatever. But, so to me, I would have urged our young ones to embrace African traditional marriage, which is very far better. It was what we had here before the foreigners came and introduced something else to us.
Okay.
So I will wish our young ones
The Gen Zs. All right. Thank you so much, Patrick, for sharing.
That's a typical African man.
You can say that again.
A typical African man. But the thing is that what makes marriage work is not how you got married. I will say that, because what makes it work is not how you got married.
I don't agree with you on that. I partly agree with you. Why? Because
Do you know that any marriage can actually break? Any
the
marriage.
traditional
What makes marriage work is the two parties that are getting married, how they can compromise, how they can,
Have you realized why the traditional weddings or the marriages, literally, we had less divorces then? Worked. I don't know if
that's
they
what
worked.
I'm saying.
I
It
don't
is
know
the
if they
two
worked.
people that are getting married.
No, I think.
Do you know what they endured? Do you know what they had to
That's
go
what
through?
I'm
Do you know
saying.
what they had to put up with?
The traditional marriage is very.
There were no talking
patriarchal.
stages then, no, where you get to know somebody. There was no left. They were writing. I don't know how they were even communicating, but one way or the other, they were able to fall in love.
The traditional wedding, I feel like, is more patriarchal in the sense that the man marries the woman, he pays for her, and then she can't go anywhere. Literally. Is there any concept of divorce? Even if you are thinking of divorce, if you're thinking of, I want to divorce my partner, your family people will come and gather and start giving you many reasons. Even if you impregnate somebody, they'll say endure it and all that. So the traditional marriage is patriarchal in a way. Maybe that it's why it actually worked for so long. And for some reason, the white wedding is coming to reduce that level of patriarchy. I don't know what you think about that. Thoughts on that's my thoughts.
Did the marriages work out or not?
What's the definition of a marriage that works?
I'll use my parents as an example. They have been married for many years. My dad, my parents gave birth to 8 of us, one wife, one husband, 8 of us, and the way they have been living their life that we saw, we're using as an example for our own lives, because they were to this point they are so much in love. They don't do things without consulting each other. And I don't know how other families are, but that was the kind of family I grew up in. So for anything that they did that made their marriage work, I want to ask them when I want to get married, what was the secret? How did you people do it? Because regardless that we are in a civilized society now, we still need to talk to these elders. Because one thing is that, we're in a society whereby everybody's rights have to be respected, whether the wife, whether the husband. Then it can bring about. That is why I said compromise. There is no how if you want to get married to somebody that you don't know, you not grew up with, you met maybe some years ago, and you got to know yourself through maybe calls or texts and all that. That once you marry and you are inside, you begin to notice things that you not noticed before. That is how compromise comes. You have to compromise. You have to understand. You have to find a way to better each other. There are things that you have to teach your partners. You just have to work together as a team. That's just my own opinion about how marriage is like, regardless of how you got married.
But traditional marriage, the husband and wife are not working together as a team. The man is the head of the family, is the odogu, is the oga.
It's in the Bible.
I think it's a clash of perspective and culture and all that. But we'll dig deeper. This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. Let's take another caller. Hello.
Hello, Jesse.
Hi, thanks for calling back, Afam.
Yeah, it's like you are a Gen Z generation, because the way you're sounding, I can perceive the aroma from here that I am.
That what?
Why would you say such a thing that it's like even that, first of all, my brother that is there, I greet you. I've been listening to you.
I greet you, sir.
You are the real man. I appreciate what you're saying. You're good. Thank you very much for.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, sir.
Go on.
Debbie, you see, even from the very onset of man and woman creation, that's what we are seeing now. The last caller I just said all that's supposed to be said. You see, when two people come together and become, the Bible said a man will leave his mother and father.
This is the problem we are having. Where are we standing? So we are putting religion, we are putting tradition. Which angle are we looking at it from? We can't say tradition now and then come and start talking about Bible, because when we are talking about tradition, there is no Bible there.
Okay, let's assume tradition ourselves. Even traditional, you have to respect the man. You have to know the full meaning of the husband that you're getting.
That's what we are saying. Patriarchy.
It's not patriarchy. No. Don't say that. If you're saying that, that means at the end of the day, you personally don't want to get married, because at the end of the day, you want to be rubbing together with the man that kept you in the house.
Robin, is that not the kind of marriage we are preaching right now? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Remember, there is only one thing the man is asking of you. Only one thing is asking of you, and that is respect. Whereby you do not respect the man that put you into the house, because at the end of the day, when the divorce even happens, if as you're talking about it, because that is what that always comes to you people's mind now. This, the latest thing whether I want to be separated. I don't want. At the end of the day, if you're separated, you're going to still be alone. You will still go look for another man to get married. Maybe before when you get up to 40 years or 50 years, you might have gotten married to 3 or 5 men and separate from one of them. Then you will now let that be left alone at the end of it, because you cannot be able to endure to stay with one.
All right, thank you very much.
You ask yourself, how will you now raise your children? How will you ask yourself this question that, first of all, before you even think of getting married, you have to ask yourself, what is marriage? What are you going into there to do? What are you going there to do? That is the first question you have to ask. You have to be ready. The Bible says, let me be honest with you. In tradition, it is even more difficult than even the Bible was talking about. Because in tradition, whenever you do something and at the end of the day you run back home to your parents will chase you back to your husband's house.
That's what we are saying now. That's why the marriage is lasted, in quotes. Anyways.
So if you don't know, if you don't understand what marriage is all about, you should start now to be learning it. Not the one that you will get into tomorrow. When there are fracas in the family, then you run away. You say you don't want it anymore. That means you're not matured enough for it. Marriage is for matured mind. So
okay, you see this table that you are shaking if we start to shake it, there will not be table anymore. But this is not the conversation for today. Definitely, this is not the conversation for today, because if we start to talk about what our forefathers endured in the so-called traditional marriage, you will see that some people did not survive it. Some did not survive it. But again, this is not the topic for today. We're focusing on weddings.
I will surviving the one we are seeing now. Do you know that recently now there are more divorces now than those of our forefathers? There are more breaking of homes now than those.
Well, I just told you why there are more. I just told you now. It's because of the patriarchy, If our forefathers knew that they had the choice, and foremothers knew they had the choice to walk out of traditional marriages like that or weddings, they would have.
So if you have the choice to walk out.
Just saying. Afam, this is not the topic for today. Afam, I have to lose this call. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. All right. Please, comments.
Oh, okay. That was a lot.
It was.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
I didn't even know you now. We give you. That was a lot.
Okay. So do you have anything you want to comment, and anything you agree with or you don't agree with? Actually, I feel like you guys are on the same team, literally, because you literally buttressed your point.
I'm in the middle of it, because right now
you can't be in the middle.
We are the age that we are right now. We need certain principles that we need to take into marriage as well. as it is now, we can't do away with the church. We can't do it with our religion as it is now, because for someone that is represented in religion, the parents will be like, oh, there is no how you can even skip that bride price paying part, and that is the tradition. You can't skip it unless you want to steal someone's daughter and run away, which is not possible in this village. Now, if you do it now, they will find you. So you can't skip it. I think the two they go hand in hand right now, because you need the word of God. There's no how you need.
So
the
you
word
are
of
saying
God.
it's based on your belief now. If you believe that
yes.
So if you say you are a religious person and your faith is more important, then just do your white wedding.
But you still pay bride price, which is tradition. Alpha.
You choke.
You still pay bride, and that bride price payment, that collecting of list, going to this family, you will do it. If you like, go and say you are not even getting married. Okay, from there you are not doing anything. You have already done the most important part. From there you can say you are going to the mosque, you are going to Nika. It is fine. But that tradition, that bride price payment is a tradition, and you must do it.
This is Deep Waters with Deborah Water. MC Jesse still in the house, helping us dive deeper on the topic of the day. I think I'll take one more call before we wrap up the show with MC Jesse. Oh, I think I lost the call, so please do want to call back. I want to take one more call before we wrap up the show. Hello? 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 All right, one more call before I wrap up the show. Lucky caller, please call in on 0705 993 6937. I'll take another caller. Hello? Hello? All right, this is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, and so far we've been talking about white wedding and traditional wedding, which is more important, and which should we focus on in this part of the world. And so far, I don't know if we have even managed to even pick any side on this show right now. I mean, you made it clearer, like, oh, you don't break the bank. Also,
if you look at the financial aspect of it, if you are just an average Nigerian that wants to get married, so far you've been able to fulfill the requirements of the family of.
But see, the funny thing, it's you men that have been saying these things since.
I feel you are good to go.
What about women? Women dream of white.
Fine, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you dream of white, then that is why I said compromise comes in. Okay, when you dream of white, for example, now what if I tell you that presently the big marriages we see right now in the society, most of them are financed by the parents. They are the ones that they belong to some association. They be like, when these people did their wedding, I was there. My gele was this, so I will now do wedding. My son will now say that he wants to do intimate wedding. He doesn't want to do this. We must do everything. Before you know it, they can even invite you to your own wedding. The way it is right now.
Wow.
And if you have the means, you have the financial capability to do it, which we like as MCs. We like the big.
You like the 1 week wedding.
It's always beautiful because it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's an avenue to showcase.
But from your perspective, which is more beautiful? Which way, if you are
looking at it
from the vibes,
from the vibe, the aesthetics that comes into the white wedding,
you pick the white wedding over the church.
Yes, definitely, it's beautiful because traditional wedding we can do it in the compound. We can use father parlor. We are done. We are from there. If there's serve food outside to the neighborhood, we are done.
Can you see that you have said it now with your mouth?
That
people would spend more on white wedding. People would put this thing.
Yes,
and that's what we are saying. Why are we putting so much effort into that when we can do that for our traditional weddings?
It is choice.
So everybody's choice, Nia.
It is choice.
Anyway.
It's not everybody that got married and did the white wedding. Not everybody. My parents did not do white wedding. And they don't even have a wedding.
Stop saying this your parents' things. Our parents did not do white wedding.
Plenty of our parents don't do our wedding.
Let's take one more caller. Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kola Wale. I'm calling from Medicine.
Okay, Kola Wale, good to have you on the show. Thanks for calling. Talk to me, Kola.
Thank you. You're not married, right? What's your name?
Are you asking the host or the guest?
Sorry, what's your name, please? What's your name, please?
Deborah Waters is my name.
Okay, Deborah.
Yes.
If I walk up to you tomorrow and I say, okay, I want to marry you, where will you take me to? To your parents, right?
Yes, please.
What will they tell me? They'll ask me where I'm from and everything, my details. And their first thing to me is traditional marriage. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Because
I'm on your side.
hold on.
Okay.
That must be done before any other thing.
Okay.
That is that's our African tradition.
Mm-hmm.
You can do white wedding after if you like, but traditional marriage comes first as an African man or woman.
Okay.
I got married some years ago. I went to my wife's parents' house to pay her bride price. I even my plan was to just go there and do a small thing and pay the bride price and take my wife home. When I got there, the eldest brother said, "I can't come and do something and go. That I must do it the way it should be. Like they want us to celebrate it, to do party, like serious traditional marriage, you know." And I was happy about that, and I did it. So now they said normally, right? You can just come and if you don't have money, you can come and pay for the bride price and take your wife. See, I don't know why you are really talking. You guys are saying the truth, glaring in your face, and you still want to get yourself confused again. Why?
Confused how?
Your parents, Deborah, will say, "We'll go for the traditional marriage first before any other thing."
No, that's not even the point we're trying to make. That's not even the point we're trying to make. That's not the point we're trying to make. We're trying to say that yes, your bride price and traditional wedding is legit, but why do people put so much effort, so much money, so much time into white wedding rather than traditional wedding? If you ask any girl out there, what's your dream wedding? What is in their head is a white wedding. What is their wedding is what the white, the flower girls and the bridal showers. I just asked this MC right here. I said, which one does he prefer between white wedding and traditional wedding? Guess what he said? He said white wedding.
And because I'm talking from my own
white wedding.
I'm being biased.
Mostly for sure. Can you hear me?
Go on.
White weddings are mostly for show off. Right now in my church, right? If you don't, if you've not done your white wedding, right? There are some departments you cannot join as a woman.
That's what we're saying. That's the problem.
Hold on, I'm coming. Yeah.
Go on.
My church, right? Most churches, like Anglican and Catholic, kind of, they don't see traditional marriage as important as white wedding. The church even recognizes more of white wedding than traditional, but that is their problem, right? The priests there, Anglican priests there, they are all married, right? And they went and paid their wives' bride price before white wedding. Don't be deceived, But now most people like to do show off, the show off business thing. That's why they want to. This life, they will say the life is once. Let's enjoy it. Let's celebrate it. Let's do the white wedding. I'm not going to kill. As in, my friends have done theirs. Let me do mine. In fact, let me enjoy my life and do mine. Let me do what I feel is right and is good. Most people they do it for their own different reasons. But the main one is the traditional. Okay. But all those white wedding is just for show. It's just for us to celebrate, dance, shout, all those stuff. Like I said already, if you don't do your white wedding, there are some department you cannot join in my church as a woman.
Okay.
But if you have done it and you have your certificate of your white wedding, you are a queen.
Interesting.
You are a queen.
All right.
Just be going in with your with your beauty and everything. But if you don't do it, nobody will kill you.
All right, I gotta go now.
But you will not join any department. But the main cocoa is the traditional. Leave white wedding, I beg.
All right.
That one I show.
Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate. MC Jesse, thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you have one thing you want to say about the color? I'm sure you agree with him.
No. The thing now is that there's an upgrade when it comes to traditional weddings now, where you can do your engagement from there. You enter reception and the party ends there.
Yes.
right now they have been able to, that's what I said, civilization has played a role
Yes.
already. You can have your traditional wedding, from there a reception, and you are good to go. You can go to your honeymoon and start, procreation. As simple as that.
So it's a question of choice at the end of the day.
Yes, sure.
But we can't help but mention that even if it's a question of choice, there are just some
Basic setup that is already.
Yeah, and like in
You have
the,
to
in the
follow
situation
it.
of the church now, you have to imagine now if you're not wise, you can't join in this thing, so you'll be forced to do that because of that. Anyways,
Definitely.
I'm happy we're able to dig deeper and even get to the roots of the matter. Even though you people have dragged me today, you have wedding shamed me, you have marriage shamed. There's nothing people did not do to me today because I'm just a woman speaking out for our rights as women. Anyway, is it as women or as human actually? MC Jesse, thank you so much for coming on the
You're
show,
welcome.
for
You're
sharing
welcome.
your thoughts and for just helping us dive deeper on the topic of the day. How can people find you on social media in case a wedding is coming up and they need you to come and
Yeah,
host?
on Instagram, MC_Jesse CFR, MCJESSE CFR.
Yeah.
That's like my handle in all other social media.
And don't forget, this is Gentle Gents. If you go on his page, then you will see the way he used to jargon. You need to make people laugh and all that. But thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. To all my callers and listeners, I appreciate you for being a part of the show. This show is definitely not a show without you. I'll be back again on Wednesday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for another amazing show packed for you. So make sure you follow at Deepwaters_podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and to join the Deep Waters community. We love to have deep, meaningful conversations. Sometimes we agree and we argue, sometimes we disagree, but basically we always find a middle ground. We always find that still in the middle of the deep. My name is Deborah Waters, and I'll be back on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.